I really wanted this to be the month I finally release a new build. Even if it's not perfect, even if I have to ship some known bugs and it's still the same demo content I had a year ago, at least just getting something out there would make my progress feel more real and hopefully help get my momentum back. And so I worked to the last minute. I fixed a bunch of bugs over the weekend, and I really hoped that somehow I could make it happen. But here I am on the last day of the month, once again scrambling to get a devlog done before the month is over. So what I want to do today is something a little bit different. I'm going to do a candid look at the current state of the game, sort of a walkthrough inspection in a sense. Look at what still needs to be done for this next build and what needs to be done for the finished game. I might as well start with the main menu, which hasn't really changed much in the last year, and it doesn't really need anything new for this next build, although I do plan on changing the logo and this art before the finished release. The roadmap is in good shape aside from the fact that all these new contests are just placeholders. I'm going to still need to write all the scripts for these individual challenges, as well as do art for additional worlds and things like that. But I don't need any of that for the next release. Instead, I'm just going to swap out this roadmap for a shorter one that I have already prepared for the demo version. The customization screen is mostly in good shape, although I haven't actually implemented these two checkboxes yet, and for the finished game I definitely want to add some more portrait options and probably some additional game settings as well. The first tutorial is in pretty good shape. It does need some more polish for the finished game, but it's pretty much good enough for now, aside from the fact that the actual cooking mechanics, I'm not really happy with the latest changes I've made to them, and I'm probably going to end up backtracking and making cooking work a little bit more like it did before. In order to make it harder to lose the tutorial, I've actually added a little scripted event here where the guest judge gives you too many bonus points. Probably wasn't really necessary, but I do want to make sure that the tutorials are very easy to win. I need to remake all the handcrafted dishes for the NPCs because the ones I made before are not compatible with the new system, and the procedural generation is not up to the quality that it needs to be. That's something I'll revisit when I bring back procedurally generated ingredients and contests. The next tutorial needs an establishing shot because currently I'm just reusing the one from the first. This tutorial is a little bit broken because one of the ingredients that's supposed to be dirty isn't. That's a bug I need to look into. And you're supposed to be using this stone ingredient to infuse flavor into water, but currently it's also infusing its inedible trait, which makes the water inedible. That's another bug. And of course, when I'm last minute recording a devlog, it has to be storming again. Finally, we move on to the Kmokumfifl challenge, which is the first time you see the pantry phase, and I do intend to update the tutorial to explain this. That's something I should probably do for the next release. The part of the tutorial that covers this recipe planner is also kind of broken because I've changed a lot and I haven't updated the tutorial yet. This has also been the biggest source of bugs in all the new stuff because making the ability to combine different ingredients and knowing which things can be combined, what's already been claimed, and being able to delete steps and have a ripple delete effect, of course this crashed. There are just so many different edge cases once you're able to combine ingredients, delete steps, insert steps in different places. In retrospect, I don't really think it was worth overhauling this recipe planner, but it's close enough to finish now that I don't want to rip it out and go back to the old one. And I didn't realize my recording was busted for everything after that crash, but I think at this point I'll move over to my planning board. There's still a few bugs I didn't mention, and a lot of things on the backlog that can wait for after this next release. I've basically decided everything in this top category needs to be done. Everything in the high priority category I really want to get done, and realistically everything in medium and beyond will probably wait for a future build, as badly as I'd like to fit some of these things in. This also isn't the full backlog for the finished release. In fact, I have 228 items on the backlog in total, although some of these could potentially be cut. In fact, probably quite a few. But that's a decision for another day. So that's where things are for now, and in addition to the things I said I need to get done for the next build, I do want to try to squeeze in at least a little bit of new content to make it a little bit more interesting for playtesters. But the most important thing is I do need to get this next build done soon, and I do think I should be able to within the next couple of weeks. In the meantime, it always helps me out if you hit the like button, spread the word, and subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, thanks for watching.